morning again. It's been a wonderful weekend on my ends, and I hope that everybody had an awesome weekend as well. Welcome to our show for today. My name is Maureen. Well, as usual, we need to see what's going on in the news desk, so let's see what Kendall has for us.
Good morning. Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire says the next big boost to St. Lucia's visitor arrivals will be the increase in the island's room stock. He spoke against the backdrop of the Caribbean Tourism Organization's release of its Caribbean Tourism Performance Review for 2023.
We've reached a point, we've grown. We'll probably go back to 2019, we'll surpass it slightly. But the next takeoff for St. Lucia will only happen when we get more rooms. That's the fact. Because there's only so many visitors you can get, the rooms that you have. So I think we're very close to that point where we are plateauing right now. So when we do the redevelopment on the Redry Beach, the Montpinard development, the Canals development, when the Point Serafin opens, VG Beach opens. I mean, there are a number of developments. When they open the next 2 to 3 years, we'll increase our room stock by almost 2,000 rooms. And then we would expect now for more flights to come in and for the numbers to take off.
The CTO says regional tourism has registered positive post-COVID-19 recovery, with the prospects for 2024 appearing to be extremely promising. March 22nd is World Water Day. However, the Water and Sewage Company, WASCO, held a week of activities to raise awareness centered around water conservation.
Beginning with our preschool conservation education campaign, where we visited schools in the Castries North constituency to familiarize them with best uses, best practices for conservation of water. Tomorrow we head to the Grizzly playing field where we have our friendly football match with the GMC United versus Naya FC. We encourage the public to come out, don't miss it, and support our youth.
In addition, the company held a special promotion on water tanks to encourage customers to increase their potable water storage capacity. Francophonia observances ended with a French spelling bee and closing ceremony on Friday, March 22nd.
It is a much awaited activity. The students look forward to it, the schools look forward to it because there are so many prizes to be given, wonderful prizes. And it is a test of will, of determination and of skill because the students have to spell in the foreign language as well as pronounce in the foreign language, give their punctuation in the foreign language as well. So yes, and in addition to that, we are taking the opportunity for us to recognize 2 of our teachers who have contributed towards the promotion of the French language and the French culture.
The activities took place at the St. Mary's College. Now, meanwhile, the curtains came down on a professional development retreat for leaders in the tertiary education sector across the Caribbean on Friday. Dubbed the Caribbean Educational Leadership Institute, or CELI 2024, the meeting at the Bellevue Hotel sought to find solutions to emerging challenges facing tertiary education within the Caribbean region.
It's something we have been struggling with as a sector, and post-COVID, we have indeed seen a marked increase with the number of children who exhibit cognitive, sensory, emotional challenges. So the whole idea of looking at children who may, and I emphasize may, be on the spectrum, because as practitioners, again, I remind you, you cannot diagnose. You are not clinicians.
And this was the first time that the activity was hosted here in St. Lucia. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
You want to guess what tea I had this morning? Absolutely, you're on par. That's why I look so young. It does do that. Hibiscus does that to you. Well, Kendall, we're happy for that update. We need to take a break now, and we'll be right back. Features this Monday morning. We kick it off on a nice note, educational wise. And it's interesting that over last week, over the weekend and last week, we had a whole host of delegates from all parts of the region who culminated on the island of St. Lucia for a conference on tertiary education, right? So we have ACTI, the body, which is the Association of Caribbean Tertiary Institute. They culminated. This is the first time they hosted their meeting here or the conference here in St. Lucia, and they were hosted by Sir Arthur Lewis. We caught up with the president of ACTI. So we're here in St. Lucia at the Bellevue Hotel, and I'm sitting with Dr. Garth Anderson, who is the president of ACTI.
Active.
And you are going to break that all down for us because it's quite a lot happening there. Good morning. It's a pleasure.
Good morning. It's a pleasure.
Where are you from, though?
I'm from Jamaica.
You're Jamaican. Oh gosh,
yes,
yeah,
I'm from
yeah.
Jamaica.
All right then.
Yes.
Wonderful. Tell me about ACTI, and then we're going to talk about why we are here. Tell me about what is ACTI.
Okay. So ACTI is really an association of tertiary institutions in the Caribbean. It was established in 1990 with its first president being Sir Alistair McIntyre. And at the time, the organization was deemed important to provide a space for leaders in tertiary education in the region to sit, to have discussion, and to share, and to learn, and to cooperate on a wide range of administrative programmatic issues.
Right.
So as to ensure that we provide the best quality education for our people within the region. But there was absolutely no space to kind of bring together
Right.
those who lead tertiary institutions in the region. And during that time, in the 1980s coming up, several institutions, tertiary institutions, were being established.
Yes.
But they were really standing out there by themselves.
So there was no uniformity.
There's
like,
no uniformity. So
Yeah.
ACTI is that organ, if you may, that
The glue,
has
we call it
been
the glue.
developed, the glue,
the glue.
to pull all the leaders at the full spectrum within our institution, not just principals and presidents, but deans and other persons, registrars, etc.,
Wow.
to come together to discuss issues, find solutions to problems, and that is what we do and have been doing so, as I said, for about 3 decades now.
Right.
Within ACTI, we have what is known this is our 6th
Right.
CELI, which is Caribbean Education Leadership Institute.
Right.
That was established through ACTI to help to build the leadership competencies of those who operate in the tertiary sector in the region, and to reflect on our own leadership, to identify and nurture second-tier leadership. And that is all part of ensuring that we sustain and continue to grow in quality, the leaders
Yes.
that we have to carry on tertiary education within the region.
That's right.
Understanding fully well that tertiary education is critical to the progress and advancement of the peoples of the region.
And the
So,
higher learning.
yes.
Let's talk. We have a conference now. This is the 6th one that has been put on, and
Yes.
this is the first time that it's been hosted in St. Lucia.
First time in St.
And I
Lucia.
think this augurs well for us. Let's talk to from the instituting of this body to now. What are some of the things that you would have probably accomplished under that body towards your mission?
Okay, so for example, as I said, the Leadership Institute is certainly one of them that is currently taking place, where we are discussing things like institutional strengthening.
Right.
We're talking about how you treat with trauma as a leader and how you help those within your institutions who are suffering. That is currently what is happening here now. We also looking at strategic planning, issues around access and quality access
Right.
to tertiary education. We have done some work, but we have also cooperated and collaborated on standardized program structures within universities and colleges. There was one going on with technology. So there were 3-4 community colleges doing this particular program of a particular standard, and this came out of conversations with leaders within these colleges to say, here is a program that would have certain criteria, met certain established standards that we think is good for people, not just in this particular island, but across islands. So we have cooperated on that.
And now
we also
with the
have a
advent of
seat.
CSME, where persons are moving around, you know,
Precisely,
we would want there to be a standardized approach, so that if I learn this in this island, I could actually go over there and be very comfortable with it in a different island.
Indeed.
Okay.
And we have also cooperated not just on the academic side, but on the administrative side, where we share ideas.
Right.
This is working for us. Matters around grant writing and accessing grants and so on, we try to share that with member institutions to say, this is how you can go about accessing certain grants and what you can do with it.
Wow.
So that's very important for us. We have also gone on to looking at faculty exchange, students exchange, because though we live in this space, we are so unique, but yet so different in the Caribbean. So it's important for students to get a feel of what it is to operate within this geographical space. So we do quite a bit of that. So training, we're big on training. We're big on establishing standard, especially around quality assurance standards. So we also work with CANCATE, which is a quality assurance network in the region, to ensure that we maintain some standards across the board as to how we treat what is it you do within a degree program, how many credits you should have, what should happen if you're doing a master's program, what that structure should look like. So there's a lot of collaboration and sharing that we do, because yes, we are different, we are unique, but there are some similar challenges across the region. How you treat with funding of tertiary education. And I want to believe that any skepticism that exists about the import of tertiary education, we hope to remove that, because we want our governments within the region to invest in tertiary education.
That's right.
This is where you're going to find your innovators and the persons who you need to get out into a society to create and do things that are going to advance our people, other than we becoming nations that simply are, utilizing what has been produced for us. We have to invest in tertiary education to ensure that that's where we get our innovators and movers and shakers to help the region to advance.
Let's zero in on the conference here. How much bodies is being represented? What is your makeup of? Like, how many persons are part of your institution, and how many people are represented?
This institute has approximately 45 persons participating from about 10 islands, coming to engage. And we have a wide array. We have presidents, we have principals, we have registrars, we have other senior faculty members who are part of the institute. And it's really a workshop where we are looking at practical things. It's not an academic presentation conference as we know it, but where people are sharing best practices and other persons can learn and network. There's a lot of networking, which is part of what we do in acting, networking. So when you leave here, you have somebody, another registrar from somewhere else. If you have a challenge, you can talk with. You can talk with the person about, do you have some online, resources that we can use as well. So we are big on sharing and training and supporting leaders, and to ensure that we operate truly as, looking like a region divided by water, but connected by ideas and by our share interest in ensuring that we train our people and they are on the cutting edge so that they can operate not only locally, but on the global stage.
Absolutely. This seems quite interesting, and a lot of people, our viewers, might be learning about this institution, this body, just now. Do you have an online presence where we can, find out more?
Yes,
about
we
the
do
institution?
have our website primarily it's under construction, but it's still up and work in progress. That you can go there and learn much more about ACTI and the member institutions, and to see what we do
Absolutely.
as tertiary institutions within the region.
Dr. Anderson,
And we are very happy, I must say, to Sir Arthur Lewis
Yes,
Community College
hosting this year.
for hosting, and they have been great, fantastic, and I want to shout out to all of them and to share our appreciation or gratitude to the administration and staff and students of Sir Arthur Lewis. I told the principal yesterday they have done so well that we in fact will return.
Wonderful. that
to
is
engage
good.
with
Augurs
them.
well for us.
Yes.
Dr. Anderson, thank you so very much, and happy that your institution is been taking on that mantle, because it's a much needed one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And all the best to your viewers, and thank you for engaging with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you.
For this morning's workout, we will be doing a wine and tone routine to Fever by Wizkid. Let's go. So we're gonna begin just side to side. 4, 3, 2, hands to the side. 1. Let's go. You can add the shoulder with this. Really feel the music.
Anytime you know they close to me,
4 more. 4,
Baby, girl, now you I want to.
3,
Baby, shey na me you want to.
2.
Make we dey one plus
We're going
one or
tap,
two.
tap, and whine. And tap,
1 liter,
and
say 1 liter.
tap.
1 liter,
One more.
say 1 yacha.
Tap.
1 liter,
Step to the
say 1
side.
liter.
Side.
If only you be my
Next side.
desire,
Tap.
oh. 1 liter, say 1
Again.
liter. 1 liter, say
1 more.
yacha. 1 liter,
Tap to the side.
1 liter.
Tap.
Only your water
1
take my
pepper
fire,
seed.
oh.
Single, single, double. Roll the leg over into our lunge and whine.
Starboy day for you.
3, 2, pepper seed. Single, single, double. Roll it and whine.
Starboy day for you.
Now we're gonna butterfly. Let's go. Hey.
Everywhere you go, baby girl, you be my handbag. Gone are the days when
You can add the arms if you want to. You know you're grooving.
Making it right, making just the stand feet though. So good.
4,
Open up my
3,
eyes and I only you did
2,
my mind though.
to the side and step.
Baby girl, you find yourself though. Girl, you make my eye red though. Anytime you know they close to me,
4 more. 4,
Baby girl, now you I want to.
3,
Baby, shey na me you want to.
2,
Make we dey 1 plus 1 or 2.
1. Wale. Let's go.
1 liter, oh, say 1
2 more.
1 liter, oh, say
1 more.
1 liter, oh, say
We're gonna
1
step.
liter. It be only you be my
Wale.
desire.
Wale.
1
Hey.
liter, oh, say 1 liter.
Hip.
1 liter, oh, say 1 yacha. 1
Again.
liter, oh, say
Step.
1 liter. Only your water
Pepper
be my
seed
fire.
and roll it and whine.
Starboy day for you.
3, 2, pepper seed. Roll it and whine.
Starboy day for you.
Butterfly and
This kind of love when I get you no corny, yo. Baby, I go shine with you to the morning, yo.
4,
This way I go do for you, girl, you know
3,
funny, yo.
2,
Be gonna love and use you.
1.
Use you, baby.
7 out and
Everywhere you go, baby, I go be your handbag.
hey, hey, hey.
Gone are the days when I go let you stand for.
4,
Making it right, making just the
3,
stand feet, though. So good.
2,
Open up my mind, and I only
one. Wale cha, let's go.
1 liter, oh, say 1 liter.
Hey.
1 liter, oh, say 1
Last
liter.
one.
1 liter, oh, say
Step.
1 liter. You be only, you be my desire.
Wale.
1 liter, oh, say 1 liter.
Hey.
1 liter, oh, say 1 yacha.
Hey.
1 liter, oh, say
Step.
1 liter. Only your water,
Pepper seed and roll it and wine.
Starboy day for you.
3, 2, pepper seed. Roll it and wine.
Starboy day for you.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. All right. Well, what do you know? That is our show for today. I hope you were inspired in some way or other. If not, we've got a whole week ahead of us. So you know what? You've got two choices. If you're feeling a bit down, you can let that energy take you to the rest of the week, or you can shake yourself up and say and be deliberate about not allowing any negative vibe to down your week. All right? So you decide. It is your choice. I'm going to go out and have an awesome day and a wonderful week. Enjoy yours.